Ospreay has defeated Kazuchika Okada, and now the asterisk can be lifted. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Chris's Chaos. I am your host, Chris Cortez, and tonight, well, what am I saying tonight? This morning, we are covering Night 9 of the G1 Climax, held at Ota-KU Gymnasium in Ota City, Tokyo. It is now July 28th. Friday morning, baby. It's time. It's time for that weekend. I woke up a little late. I've been, getting as much sleep as I can, even though I stay up late, walk the dogs, take care of business, and, trying to recover the nose, but it's doing better than ever, ever since that septoplasty and turbinate reduction. Man, feeling much better. It was a hell of a night last night. We have a hell of a night. Night 9. We have a lot to cover. Okay, we have a lot to cover. Okay, but the big one is Will Ospreay defeats Kazuchika Okada, and another one. Sanada had defeated Ren Narita to become 5-0. He is solidified in the playoffs. Okay, Sanada, which we had to expect. ELP versus KENTA. What a crazy ass match. Outside of the ring, most of it. Some things I want to talk about with that. Particularly, they could have rang the bell. They've rung the bell before when they're on the outside. Officials were kind of off on what they were doing, and Kevin Kelly was actually calling it. Yes, that might be part of the story, but I didn't like the fact that it was essentially officially, and they talked about it like a minute long match. Okay, because it wasn't. It was a hell of a slugfest. It was a freaking slobber knocker, as good old JR would say. Okay, but let's get right into this with some just initial thoughts on the other matches. YOSHI-HASHI versus Taichi. I was wrong. Taichi won. They both needed to win. They were both aggressive. As soon as Kevin Kelly and Chris Charlton started talking about how Taichi's match against Okada was probably a better performance, a better, attempt at beating Okada than YOSHI-HASHI was. I was like, oh crap, they're gonna give this to Taichi, which I'm not upset about. I think that Taichi is incredible, and YOSHI-HASHI, I just at the time was thinking he was gonna get it, but hey, surprises, good stuff. Gabe Kidd versus Kiyomiya. The fuck you, man. Gabe Kidd. The fuck you, man. The best man. That dude probably said F you more times in this match, and it went to a count out. First count out, double count out match in this year's G1 was ridiculous. Okay, these two are gonna have another match somewhere down the line. Okay, they stuck it into each other like I have not seen in quite some time. So we're gonna cover that. Literally spitting on each other. Come on, Tanga versus Great-O-Khan. I am a little sad for Great-O-Khan. I'm sad for Great-O-Khan because he is now 1-4. Okay, Tanga, he's still. I mean, he was great. He did good. 2-3. He's just as hungry. He's hungrier at this point. Great-O-Khan. The story goes, something's going on with Great-O-Khan ever since he lost in Great Britain. Okay, he needs to kind of pick himself back up. Okay, but I feel bad for Great-O-Khan because he's such a great athlete. And at one point, Kelly and Charlton mentioned that, Great-O-Khan maybe it's the effort that is lacking. And I was like, no, he just had an incredible match with Will Ospreay, okay, where he busted his ass. So that's not the story. The story is something is, kind of pressing down on his luck, eating away at him. He's trying, but he needs to get to another level. That's all. Okay, that's all it is. And Hikuleo versus Yota Tsuji, I was wrong. But you know what? I wasn't looking out for was Hikuleo's intensity when he wants to get pissed and he wants to get fired up. He just overpowered Yota Tsuji, and Yota, with all his might and all his efforts, just could not handle it. So it was a fun little match. I already talked about ELP and KENTA. We'll get into these in detail. Sanada versus Ren Narita was a pretty hard hitting match, especially the stuff coming from Ren Narita was incredibly hard hitting. I was impressed. I was very impressed. Kazuchika Okada versus Will Ospreay. What do you want me to say? I mean, it was legendary. Okay, it was on par with if it had gone obviously maybe a 30-40 minute match. This would have been a legendary match. This would have been up there with Omega and Okada easily. Okay, and Ospreay's that damn good, and Okada is that damn good. Like the match was incredible. So we're going to get right into these matches. But before we do, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button if you enjoy watching this show. I got other content. I just posted my night 7 or my night 8 review last night. Yesterday, I finally got it up as well. This is the last night. I'm all caught up now. Okay, there's not going to be another show for a couple days, so we're good. Okay, I'm going to enjoy my weekend with my wife. We got guests coming. I spent some time with my dad last night. Just trying to live a life at the same time, get my coverage in of stuff that I love. Also, got my new mics, my Audio Technicas. They sound great. They feel great. Microphone sounds better, I'm sure. Probably going to get a lot more good volume in, clearer. Very happy with this. So a lot of good things going on. Also, got my coffee in hand, but I can do this now. And get right back into it. Have a drink, mute it, come right back. Boom. Easy peasy. So we're going to get into these matches, okay? First match, Shota Umino, Chase Owens, okay? Didn't say much about this. This was a good match. I like this. Shota Umino, he won as I kind of predicted. But nevertheless, never take anything away from Chase Owens. The guy is so methodical, okay? He's so smart in the ring, okay? His psychology is impressive. The guy is the reason why he's been kind of going on for so long. He's incredible. Umino is showing off his incredible intensity and strength in this match. When he gets pissed, he's pissed. And he's a strong individual. He's incredible. And we're going to talk a little bit. I want to get into a little bit. He's one of the 3 Musketeers, okay, which I'm hearing more and more and more and more about these 3 guys that were trained by Shibata and trained by, have influence from like Shinsuke Nakamura and, Tanahashi. But of all the 3 guys, you may like critique. I mean, these guys are incredible, especially Umino, especially Narita. Yota Tsuji's still kind of green, but he's kind of like the intensity guy. I mean, it's amazing, okay, to see Shota Umino perform. He's got a long way to go, but he's coming. These guys are the future, okay? There's just no doubt about it. The deep future, but they are the future. So let's just say it. Owens comes out some badass metal music. I love that stuff. He tries to, as Umino's coming in, he tries to get a jump on him, but misses him and they strike each other outside. Owens at one point he chops the corner post so hard, okay? Had to have hurt his hand, okay? Look sick. They get in the ring, the bell rings, and their forearms striking each other. Arm drag, shoulder block, and drop kick to Owens from Umino, and Umino's fired up. Okay, on the outside, a hard elbow to Owens. Yeah, he pulls Owens out from under the ring. Who is it? Like Owens was trying to get like a weapon, of sorts on the outside. It's just it was a little wild. Okay, more strikes, but again. Eventually, Owens will toss Umino into the barricade, followed by the Death Valley driver right onto the floor. It looked sick. Okay, looked really, really sick. And then the Umino eventually gets right back in at exactly like 19.5 seconds, maybe 19.7 seconds. His back is not exactly, but yes, that close. His back is hurting. Strikes by Owens. Forearm uppercut, chop, elbow to the back. I noticed he should have been probably hitting the lower back. He wasn't really targeting the lower back because that's what Umino was, reaching for. But he does a little bit. When he's pulling the hair down on Umino, slams him on his back. Knee to the back, upper back again, chin lock, then the arms, pulls the arms back. Umino tries to fight back, but shoulder tackle by Owens. 2 pin attempts by Owens. He goes, slow count, I hate you to the ref. He is a very funny, and he likes to be like vulgar to the ref and to his opponent, but he's not like overly vulgar to the point where it's like, damn, he's a real dick. He's kind of just like, a little fu to the guy he's facing. Tell that he's definitely cool. He's very cool, calm, and collected. So, headlock by Umino. Again, it's a headlock on Umino, and he's telling him to give up. He's like, yeah, he's giving up. He's giving up. Is Owens, and Umino tries again to fight back, hits a slam, then a running uppercut. Umino then another uppercut and his fisherman suplex. He goes for his reverse fisherman suplex, the trident, but Owens reverses it for the opportunity to drop that elbow. Okay, running forearm smash. Brings him to the center of the ring with a clothesline, then the Shining Wizard and a pin attempt. A beautiful drop kick by Umino. Then that trident and a pin attempt. Looked for the backbreaker, missed, but got the uppercut. But then a German by Owens and the receipt for Umino. Okay, hits him with that German suplex. Owens slaps the back and face of Umino. Forearms. Umino with the forearms start exchanging each other. Owens gets the super kicks and the jewel heist and the C trigger. Inside cradle. Combination of strikes and the knee package pile driver. Counter to the Death Rider. Okay. And that's it. The win. When he hits that Death Rider and the package pile driver, when he hits that Death Rider, it's over. Okay. At this point, would have liked to have seen that package pile driver, but yeah, he gets the win. Okay. And Umino, he gets pissed. He's tough as they come. Seriously. Because the way he's taking these exchanges, he's just stone cold. Okay. And they're hard hitting. Okay. They're going intense. All right. Umino, 2-1 and 2 draws. So he's got 5 points. He's still in this. Okay. Owens, 2-3, still at 4 points. Owens is kind of getting close to the end. And it's going to be hard now to not have, you have to have 10 points or more to even be considered if you're in the A block, okay, with Sanada. So, Umino, and this is if Sanada loses twice, okay, then 9 points might get you there, okay? So, Umino's still in this, okay? Owens, not so much, all right? YOSHI-HASHI versus Taichi. Second match, B block. Very impressive match between the two. I love Hashi's music when he comes out. Okay, it's cool. It's intense. It's got like a good beat to it. He's walking down the aisle, and they notice. I noticed them. They point out Master Wado's in the on the Japanese commentary side. Okay, winner of the Super Junior. Right. Can't wait to see him back in the ring. Thinking about maybe going to the Super Junior Fest in Philadelphia. That's going to be on August. It's going to be in August. I believe it's August 19th. I'm going to try to make it out there. If I can get tickets, I'll go. Not far from me. I can get there in a couple hours. Maybe a couple hours and a half. Maybe a half hour. 2.5 hours, right? So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Let's see. Crowd is just amped up for this match, okay? By the way, Ota City, Ota-KU Gymnasium, amped. Huge. This is the birthplace of New Japan, essentially. It's the home of the first show, first card of New Japan, and it's a packed. It's a big, fairly large. I have to look up the capacity crowd. It is packed though, just jam packed. Okay, and the crowd is amped. Okay, so it's a lot of intensity, and as they should be. We got Will Ospreay versus Kazuchika Okada in the main event. Okay, can't get much more special than this for the G1 Climax. Okay, in night 5. Night 9. Keep saying this is their 5th. Well, I say night 5 because it's their 5th. It's their 5th night. Okay, for the A and B blocks. So, crowd is ready to go. Let's see. Let's get into it. So I lost my place here. But where was I at? The bell rings. Okay, and they lock up. Chain wrestling. Soon after, Taichi just goes for a suplex, then some strikes. Okay, he wants to get into it. A kick versus a forearm match between the two. More than chops onto the chops exchanged. Hashi off the ropes to chop Taichi down. Okay, to the corners. Taichi gets the kicks. Hashi gets another chop, just pissing Taichi off every time. Because when Hashi chops, it's pretty damn intense. Okay, and I've seen some chops. I've felt some chops. We want to be at the other end of those chops. So knee to the gut, abdominal stretch is Taichi. At one point, Taichi like just kicking really fierce, and he's just on another level right now. I could tell, and I'm thinking, okay, Taichi's going to win this one, isn't he? And it was becoming more clearly. I think that Taichi was in the back of my mind was going to win this one. He's got the abdominal stretch in with the crank on the neck. Hashi makes it to the ropes, kicks by Taichi, forearms by Hashi, thrust kick by Taichi, but the headhunter by Hashi every time. I love to see it. And then we've got they're both laid down on the mat, but they're both laying it into each other even after the headhunter. Okay, they just can't stop. Chop to Taichi in the corner, a thrust kick. Okay, by Hashi puts Taichi on the rope, then the drop kick to the back, textbook Hashi. Okay, it's becoming okay. Where he just lays him over the ropes and then hits him with the drop kick, and then the neck breaker. Okay, and then a pin attempt. Hashi stands up Taichi, then an elbow, another kick by Taichi, blocked. Okay, elbow to the leg, then a chop. But Taichi delivers an enziguri after dodging Hashi's attack in the corner. And Taichi just takes, he's hyped now, okay? He takes off his pants, okay? Time stands still when that happens, apparently. So, Hashi tries a waist lock, another kick by Taichi, but a dragon suplex from Hashi, clothesline from both, and another at the same time. And Taichi goes down. Kick by Taichi, and another. Then the waist lock, back suplex, picture perfect by Taichi. Both are down, and clothesline by Taichi lifts Taichi for Black Mephisto. I forgot all about that. When that Black Mephisto hits, it's going to be over. But Hashi reverses into a destroyer, then the lariat and a pin attempt. The Kumagoroshi pin attempt, still almost 3. Gets him up for karma, but Taichi traps the legs, almost 3, like with a pin attempt. He does hit the enziguri. Both are just look extremely exhausted. Okay, I'm thinking this could go a draw at this point. I'm hoping that this could go a draw because I don't want to see one lose. Okay, I'm asking myself, like, what is the time already? Taichi goes for the back suplex, blocked, more knife edge chops, and Hashi goes down. Looks like he's out, but at the perfect time, right as Taichi's about to hit him, Hashi open palm strike, just sick. Okay, Taichi got him too, but it wasn't nearly as hard as Hashi's. Perfect. Okay, followed by a backstabber by YOSHI-HASHI. It just was great. Hashi goes for that crucifix bomb, but Taichi turns it into a kind of like a half Black Mephisto. Okay, look more like a Samoan drop, if anything else. And then a kick by Hashi, and a kick by Taichi. Then the Black Mephisto. Taichi wins. Taichi 3-2. Hashi 2-3. Okay. Real quick, I want to talk about who is like going to be facing next. I forgot about who's taking on who for night 12, or sorry, for night 11. I wanted to mention that Owens is taking on Narita next. Okay, and Umino's taking on Tsuji. Three Musketeers match, apparently. Then we got YOSHI-HASHI. He's taking on Great Khan. Taichi is taking on El Phantasmo. So that should be a very good match. I want to go ahead and see if I can put my note. My notes are a little bit small to read. I try to read them on my iPad, so I have like more screen time, like more screens here to do some other things. If I need to look at some certain piece of information for you guys, I do so. But I think it looks better like this. If I just kind of look at it this way. Third match, A block, Kaito Kiyomiya versus Gabe Kid. The fuck you, man. Okay? He's great. He's a beast. Okay? Wouldn't want to be in the ring with this guy. Let me get a real sip of my coffee real quick. This match, okay, was intense. All right? And Kaito Kiyomiya just showed his angry side and his aggressive side in this match. This This has got to have a rematch, okay? Let's get right into it. Even before the entrance, Gabe Kid attacks. Even Kaito is attacked by Kid. Even before he can get out of the entrance door, okay? And Kid's already cursing. All you bitches can't touch me, okay? Kaito fights back. They're slugging it out. Kaito gets the uppercut, sending Kid back to reconsider his decisions in life, okay? Gabe, because this is what he does. He's been doing all the time. Gabe back into it, like though, tells everyone to move the chairs, does a running somersault, tope, whatever you want to call it, misses Kaito right into the chairs. Kaito tries to bring him in the ring, but Gabe Kid just strikes him down and grabs the chair. Doesn't want to go in the ring. Hits Kaito in the gut, then on the head. Like just want a chair shot right on the head. You don't see chair shots like this that frequently, okay? Unless maybe you're watching a John Moxley match, but like, in these types of environments and these promotions, looks sick, okay? And yeah, just right on the head. Starts cursing the crowd on the top turnbuckle. Bell, now they're in. Bell rings, pin attempt, only 2. Okay, Kaito's still barely alive at this point. More cursing from Kid. Chopped Kaito's chest. Stomps on Kaito. Chops Kaito in the corner. A strike to the face, sending Kaito down on the mat. Taunting, just saying, right here, bitch. Right here, bitch. Hit me. Come on. Weak. Like, just like a futile attempt to hit Gabe Kid does Kaito Kiyomiya. The last one, though, he's getting harder. Okay, he's striking harder, followed by, like Kid feels the last one. So what does he do? He bites Kaito Kiyomiya in the head. Okay, then flicks off the crowd. Okay, goes for the pile driver. It's blocked, but forearms to Kid. What looked like a closed fist. Okay, then goes for a back suplex. Goes for the pin, but lifts him up just before 3. So he essentially probably had it, as the story goes. But he goes, yeah, no, I'm having too much fun with this. I'm having too much fun. This Gabe Kid, very entertaining. Okay, this is a great one right here. This moment, he sits Kaito on the top floor, on the top rope. Okay, center of the top rope. And then what does he do? Because Kaito's just out of it. He just pushes Kaito off the ropes. Falls back. Kelly's like, what the hell is that? So messed up. It was something else. Kid is very entertaining. Okay, he's a bastard, but he's very entertaining. Okay, he's a son of a bitch, but he's so funny and entertaining. Kaito back in at 18, ducks the clothesline, follows up with a sit down running lariat. So Kaito's coming back. Kid back on the attack. Gets hit with an elbow, then a flying forearm off the top. Kaito at the top rope hits the missile drop kick. Okay. So beautiful. Kaito Kiyomiya with that flying forearm and the missile drop kick. Uppercut forearms by Kaito, chops by Kid, but a knee to Kid, then the German. Kaito still in control. Waist lock for the Tiger Suplex, tags the ref. Does Kid. Okay, so he basically just grabs him, hits the low blow to Kaito Kiyomiya. Both are down. Kaito's hurting. Chops to the face and the head of Kaito. Then the knees. I mean, relentless is Kid. He then spits on on Kaito in the corner. Okay. And then just F you with every single stomp. F you, F you, F you, F. He's the fuck you man. Okay. He's the best man. Okay. And they slap each other. Kaito's just starting to gets back up with forearms, okay, then spits on Kid, okay. He's getting pissed, okay, as he should be. All right, this is a work, but there's no way no one's not getting pissed from this shit, okay. Taken to the outside, Kaito is unhinged, okay. Right to the barricade goes Kid. Kid does a lifts Kaito over the barricade, but they're both like striking each other on the other side of the barricade. And they're both on the floor, chopping each other. Then they get back up, a headbutt by Kaito Kiyomiya. And he starts, before he does that, he's striking his head on the chair and then hits it. Then hits the headbutt onto Kid. Okay? Can this get any more barbaric? All right? The count is at 10. And they're far from the ring. Okay? They won't stop hitting each other. They will not stop striking, okay? And it's going to be a double draw. It's going to be a draw. Kaito strikes an official to get to Kid. Kid flicks off everyone. Gets on the mic, says, fuck you, fuck pro wrestling Noah, fuck all of you, okay? The fuck you, man. They just won't stop, Okay, they're just beating the shit out of each other. Okay, Kid now striking the officials to get like back at Kaito. Kaito's eventually start doing the same thing. Okay, all the fans are hoping that Kaito comes back as he's taken out of the arena. Fans are loving it. I'm loving it. Kaito, he's now 2-1-2, 6 points. He's still he still has a chance. Obviously, he's 6 points. He gets 2 wins. He can get in. Like he has, and I think there's a good chance he will. You know, it's looking like it. He's got a very good chance, but we'll see. I mean, I am, you know, it's kind of hard now when we talk about Okada and Will Ospreay being in these, in these blocks. Okay, when we talk about what happened between the two, it's hard to think that Kazuchika, Okada, and Will Ospreay will not both be in the playoffs in B block. So it's kind of hard to think that, oh yeah, Umino still has a chance, or sorry, Kaito Kiyomiya still has a chance, or anybody else in the B block still has a chance, because it's very hard to think that Kazuchika, Okada, and Ospreay will not be in these playoffs. Stranger things have happened. Okada is all but, you know, guaranteed to go to the playoffs, but if he doesn't win his next two, he's not guaranteed. You know, both Will Ospreay and Okada, they're both 4-1. So someone makes it to 9. You know, we'll look at this, or there's going to be a lot of ties at 8 points. So we're going to have to figure this out down there. There's still two more nights. Okay, a lot can happen, a lot can change. The officials probably should. I don't like that. This is something I want to talk about with the countouts. I don't like a double countout being a draw. It gives points to both of them, whereas a no contest, it's 0 points. As far as I'm concerned, this was a no contest. It's a double disqualification. So I don't think either the two should get points for that. They get 1 point though, okay? But I don't think they should. And that's something that the rules can change. All right? That a double DQ or a double countout, no points, 0 points. Okay, they go the time limit, that's a different story. But if they get counted out, they're out. You know, they're shit out of luck. So that's something to consider. Okay, New Japan got to think about that one. Fourth match, and this show was not without criticism. I'm getting into this show. I've already kind of said my piece about some things with with the first match. Okay, just kind of being something about the first match. What was I going to say about with the low blows, body shots to the back, and just the commentary, certain things that were said. I was like, no, like that's not true. Certain things like, oh well, Kelly said essentially you have to win 10 matches to win the G1. That is not true. You have to win enough matches to get enough points to get in the playoffs. Then you have to win 3 more matches. You have to compete in 10 matches, not win. Okay, 10 matches. That's insane. Okay, who the last which G1 Climax winner in the last 33 years has gone completely all the way through? Undefeated in the G1. Okay, I'm sure there's a couple. I'll go back to it. I'm not the expert on the G1 Climax. I've already kind of admitted that. I've been watching G1. I've been watching New Japan. Essentially on the reg since 2016. Okay, since the very beginning of 2016, since Wrestle Kingdom, I watched Kenny Omega versus Kazuchika Okada, that main event. I had to. I was getting sucked in through watching Omega in Ring of Honor. We'll get and maybe I'll tell that's a story for another day. We'll get into that. So let's keep going with that's good. I should make a note of that. That's a good story for me to talk about. How I got into New Japan Pro Wrestling. So that's a good story. Let's get into it, okay? But it was a hard-hitting ass match, okay? Not saying taking away anything from back to the third match. Nothing take away from Kaito Kiyomiya and Kid. These guys are awesome. I love these guys. They're incredible. These are incredible wrestlers that if you aren't watching, shit, that's your loss. But they shouldn't be getting points for double count out. That's all I'm saying. Fourth match, B block, Tanga Loa, Great O'Khan. Okay, bell rings, they lock up, and it's a break. Okay, they lock up again and another break again. They're both 1 and 3 at this point. Being very cautious. One more time they lock up, headlock by Loa. To the ropes goes Loa. They collide. Khan to the ropes, collides with Loa, but no budge. Both big, strong guys. Continue bumping just kind of, bumping into each other, pressing into each other until Loa hits that flying shoulder tackle. Looked nice. Suplex by Loa. Fought off. Khan applies the leg lock until the rope breaks. Stomp on Loa by Khan. Loa outside. More stomps by Khan. He's getting aggressive, okay? Follows after Loa and hits those stomps. Khan grabs the chair, places it on Loa's leg, and sits down on it. Textbook, Great Khan. He then grabs another champ. He presses it on the this is another moment. Okay. Khan grabs a chair, places it on the leg of Loa. Grabs another champ's chair and slams it. Okay, right on the chair that's on top of Loa. Looks sick. Look good. Okay, good little moment. But then the better one is when he actually sets up the chair onto Loa's leg, sits down on it, crosses his arms. Good stuff. Okay. And Khan in the ring, goes back in the ring, tells the official to count. He's trying to get a technical win with a count out at this point. And I don't blame him. The guy is 1-3. I really don't blame him. Loa back in, and another submission applied by Khan. Loa calling Khan a bastard for what he's doing. Kind of like I can't remember who he had faced before, but he was calling, it might have been Owens, if I'm not mistaken. He's just calling him a bastard for attacking his knee. We're getting really deep into the G1. I'm starting to forget some of the key scenes, but then key moments. Khan does not let up though. Okay, uses the Mongolian chops as he's got on the back of Khan while he still has the legs crossed until he just eventually Loa gets the rope break. Khan is relaxed as Loa is in pain. It's just kind of taking it easy while he has the submission. He's while Loa's broken out, but he's still trying to recover from all that. Loa trying to fight back, but Khan's still on the attack. Okay, maybe he should have been a little more aggressive at this moment. Okay, hits 2 knee breakers. Very good by Khan. The third countered up into a roll up by Loa. More strikes from Khan, but a hip toss by Loa. Another boot to Loa, and a pin attempt by Khan. Mongolian chops. Loa rises only to get hit in the gut. Another Mongolian chop and a kick. Loa's starting to get his spirit back. And he hits the gut of Khan and then strikes continue on. And Loa is finally in control with 20 strikes. He just chop to the corner, a lariat into the corner, German suplex, right? Lariat to the German suplex, GFO by Khan, but Loa gets right back up. Okay, kick by Khan and a belly-to-belly suplex by Great Khan. Again, Loa right back up, an exploder. Okay, he's pissed off. He's in another gear. Khan back up, clotheslines exchange. Arm drag and a pin attempt by Khan. Then a spear by Loa. Enziguri missed by Loa, but not the elbow drop to the knee by Khan. Khan hits that elbow drop back to the knee, what he should be doing. Loa fights off the claw by Khan, gets a striking combination on Great Khan, and then Kelly hits shouts out ape trip. I guess it's ape trip or ape shit. Ape shit. I thought it was ape shit, but Kelly calls for ape trip. Basically a sit down. It's a sit down tombstone, and it's the pin victory. Loa wins. This match was nothing crazy, incredible. Loa is now 2-3. Khan's 1-4. At this point, Khan should have been a little more focused targeting a certain area. He's a little more relaxed in this match, maybe more than he should be. He should have been like he was with Ospreay, okay? But I'm a little butthurt. Was hoping that I'd see some wins I'm hoping that Khan will get some victories down the road. I want to see I want to see victorious. I want to see a successful Great Khan because I like Great Khan. I like his package. I like everything he's bringing to the table. I like his gimmick. I like how he attacks. I like his strikes. I like his look. He's a good wrestler. All right, he's a classic kind of wrestler, and I'm pretty sure, especially after I heard what MJF was, he's like, oh, Great Khan's pretty cool. He is a wrestler. He is a mark. He's what makes professional wrestlers a bunch of marks. Okay, because he's so kind of just on another level, old school. Okay, he is a timeless character. He could have been wrestling back in 1935, and everybody would have been like, okay, I get it. That's the type of wrestler that anybody's going to be a mark for, especially if you're a wrestler, especially if you're a worker and you've been in this business and you're just like, you're sick of, maybe you're sick of the trends and you're sick of seeing what you see. Great-O-Khan is just a timeless classic. So now, that being said, let me talk about their next matches. Great-O-Khan, he's taking on YOSHI-HASHI. So it's not going to get any easier for Great-O-Khan. And let's see, I was going to say Tanga versus Will Ospreay. Yeah, both are great. Ain't nobody realer than Gorilla. Ain't nobody realer than Gorilla. Tanga is great. Could he beat Will Ospreay? Yeah. Is he going to? Probably not. But Ospreay, stranger things happen. Ospreay is not guaranteed to win this thing. Okay, they're both beasts. They're both very good in the ring. All it takes is one mistake. Not going to bet against Ospreay though at this point. I mean, he's on fire. Within a month, he's beaten Kenny Omega, Kazuchika Okada. He's beaten arguably the two best wrestlers in the world next to him, Daniel Bryan, right? These four guys are arguably the best. Seth Rollins, you might throw him in there. People might shy away from that, but he is definitely on it can be talked about in this conversation, as well as AJ Styles, of course. AJ's kind of like getting towards the end. Finn Balor, I would give it to Finn Balor as far as his in-ring ability is second to none. So we might have to get into a conversation on the greatest wrestlers today. That's another good one, another good topic of discussion. So let's see. Let's go back. Let's go back to the matches. Okay. Fifth match, A block. Hikuleo versus Yota Tsuji. Okay. I'm already, at this point, I'm 2 for 2. Okay. At this point, I'm 2 for 2. I thought Khan was going to win. He lost. I thought Kid was going to lose. He did lose. I thought, and Kaito Kiyomiya won. I thought YOSHI-HASHI was going to win. He lost. I thought Umino was going to win. He won. So 2 for 2 so far. I know my record. It's for these predictions. Which is great. I was definitely surprised to see some of these things, which means that I was highly entertained. I essentially got 5 out of 8. Because I said either Okada was going to lose, either Ospreay was going to win, or it was going to be a draw. I was really, so this was kind of like a 4.5. I'm like literally 50 for 50 because I was like, Okada basically essentially is not going to win. Okay, it's going to be a draw or it's going to be Ospreay because Ospreay said that he could not beat Okada. But apparently Cobb told Ospreay that, hey, just go the 20 minutes and see what happens. And he did, and he won. He won under 20 minutes, won about a little over 17 minutes. So very, very interesting. Okay, I was basically 50 for 50 on this one, and that's fine. Okay, like 50%, like 4 for 8. It's fine. Okay, and we'll talk about predictions down the road. Okay, 4.5 out of 8. it's still low. It's still a low percentage. Nothing to be proud of, but just fifth match, Hikuleo versus Yota Tsuji. Okay, A block. Battle of the Giants right here, okay? Particularly Hikuleo. He's 6'9" is Hikuleo. About 3 inches over Yota. Lots of chance. They lock up. Yota to the corner by Hikuleo. Clean break, but a push strike missed by Hikuleo, but not just a push down on Yota. Really starting, right off the bat, I'm starting to see Hikuleo is showing intensity and strength and dominance, and I'm like, okay, this Hikuleo is going to beat Yota Tsuji, okay? Hikuleo caught in a guillotine, okay, but not for long. Elbow sends Yota down. Stomps on Yota, who has just slowed his roll, okay, with just stomps, okay. Pulling of the hair by both, okay, competitors. Yota hits the gut. Hikuleo hits the face, and Yota tries to use, the momentum of Hikuleo as he's running after Yota with the ropes. He pulls ropes, try to tip him over. But Hikuleo wisens to it. He stops in his tracks, okay? Strikes Yota. Again, this is a smarter, more aggressive Hikuleo, okay? Yota gets the clothesline, then the suicide dive, but he's caught, okay, by Hikuleo, okay? And Yota does push off Hikuleo and pushes Hikuleo into the corner post. Huracan by Hikuleo into the barricade, Okay, Hurricane onto Hikuleo by Tsuji. Hikuleo's a little hurt, but more stomps to the neck of Yota, who's being kind of the aggressor, the heel tactics, heel behavior. So that's a sign that Yota is not the underdog here. Hikuleo is the one that's gonna, be cheered on. Okay, simple wrestling psychology here. Brings Hikuleo back in the ring. Covered by Yota. Quick breaks. It's a quick break. Needs to Hikuleo. Okay, I think it was like a 1 count. Thrown to the corner, but Yota drops the shoulder. Then on the turnbuckle, drops down with his knees. Great move. I love that. I love that signature Yota move. Pin attempt. More strikes by Yota. Tries the suplex, but Hikuleo gets Yota up. Jawbreaker. Okay, then 2 stomps, but Hikuleo just like so. Man, Yota is giving him his best, okay, with that jawbreaker, okay, stomps Hikuleo twice. This is crazy. Hikuleo his head does not hit the mat, okay? I mean, that's crazy, but he is a giant. So, I would like to see Seth Rollins try to stomp Hikuleo and see what happens. But he's done it, and I'm thinking to myself, he's done it to Brock Lesnar. I think he's done it to Braun Strowman. I mean, I was a little like, is that really something we want to do? But anywho, okay. Third stomp, Yota is sent back on his. Yota is just like sent on his back, sent on his ass. Okay, chops exchange. Hikuleo, chops exchange. Hikuleo gets the lariat in the corner, then snake eyes and the lariat. Okay, by Hikuleo. Suplex reversal, however, by Yota. Great to see like this again. I'm seeing more effort from Yota and his strength. Okay, we're talking about Yota Tsuji. Stinger splash, perfect. A lariat, but does not send him down. Hikuleo gets the Stampede Power Slam. Yota back up, gets hit with a lariat, sends him inside out. Choke slam block, hits low and a high knee. 10-minute mark. A curb stomp does not work this time. Does work this time, okay? And it should have worked the last time. This is where I'm going with this match, okay? Another knee, thrust kick. They're exchanging strikes. Headbutt by Yota. Falcon Arrow by Yota. Pin attempt almost 3. Curb stomp by Yota. Sets up for the spear. He runs right into the big boot. Hikuleo goes for the choke slam, but Yota flips back and runs the rope right into the power slam and the choke slam, okay? And then Hikuleo gets the win. You get that power slam in, that Hikuleo power slam in, that choke slam, it's over. Okay, this is the thing about this match. Hikuleo was great in his intensity, his aggression. I could see this, like I said, this Hikuleo is going to beat Yota Tsuji. But here are the moments that I was like, okay, I do not buy into this. You are kind of screwing out Yota Tsuji. You're kind of fucking with his ability, like you're fucking with his superstar status, his levels. Because if he hits a curb stomp at his size, he's no, like I said, this was Battle of the Giants. Hikuleo's a giant and he's the bigger, but he's not. He's a massive dude, but Yota is too. Okay? So it's not like David and Goliath. Okay? Come on. Yota Tsuji is a beast. So when he hits that curb stomp, Hikuleo is not going to be able to just neck press the entire body of Yota Tsuji. Get the hell out of here. Okay? They should have hit him with the damn curb stomps. If you're going to do it, otherwise just don't do it. Okay? And that's fine. Okay? I'm not going to take away from Hikuleo. If he wants to reverse it or do something else, that's fine. But don't overpower Yota Tsuji that much to make him look like that. Okay, Hikuleo's that much more of a badass than a giant. Yes, he's a giant, but he's not that much more of a giant to Yota Tsuji. You pretty much just made Yota Tsuji look like that much less of a stronger guy. Even though Yota Tsuji's definitely showed off more ability in the ring. I'm sorry. He wasn't as aggressive, but he's definitely the more skilled. Okay, that doesn't mean that Hikuleo he's a better wrestler or anything, because there's a lot more to it, particularly the size, the strength, the look, the intensity. Hikuleo was great, but just keep that shit out of the match. Okay, and then I was thinking there was something else that was just kind of like pissing me off here. Like, what the hell? Curb stomp. This is another strange strikes. Headbutt Yota Falcon. Headbutt by Yota, Falcon Arrow by Yota. Sets up for the spear. I mean, I'm just trying to think back. I mean, I'll look over it again. This does kind of, I'm glad that as I was reading, I got that kind of analysis to it. But I'm pretty much done with that. But that's just my point. I think I've made my damn point, is that Hikuleo and Yota Tsuji. This match was okay. It was all right. I like certain things, but they should have. They should have done. If there's certain things you got to watch out for, okay. Otherwise, you're going to make your wrestlers look. It's not going to suspend disbelief, okay. And it's also going to make another. It's going to not elevate both damn wrestlers, okay. Yota 1-3-1. He's got 3 points. Hikuleo 2-3, 4 points. Neither of these two are going to the G1 Climax anyways. Okay, so probably would have done better, served them better with a draw. Okay, seriously. So 6th match, B block, El Phantasmo versus KENTA. El Phantasmo versus KENTA. This was a crazy ass match. This is a fun match. Okay. But I didn't like, this is another thing. This is the thing that probably pissed me off the most, is that they had a match that went on for 1 fucking minute. Okay. It wasn't a 1 minute match, but officially it's a 1 minute match. And I don't buy it. I don't like it. Get him in the ring or call the fucking match no contest and take the points away from both of them. Okay. Get him in the fucking ring. All right. Enough's enough. Quit acting like you guys are can't contain your wrestlers that much. Okay, to get in the fucking ring and fight. Otherwise, it's a street fight, and that's fine. But get him in the ring or ring the damn bell. Do something. Don't make this a 1 minute match. Okay, that's stupid. And even more so, commentators don't need to talk about it being a 1 fucking minute match. Okay. So it's gonna read in the record books, on Wikipedia or whatever the fuck, that the match was officially 1 minute. Well, again, with the asterisk. Okay, whatever. The match wasn't 1 minute, but ELP versus KENTA. KENTA has this look on his face. He's just going to fuck with ELP in some fashion. KENTA rolls out, just rolls in, then rolls out. Okay, I love it. Little count mouse by between ELP and KENTA. ELP starts the KENTA chants. He's like, KENTA, KENTA, trying to get KENTA in with the fans. The fans love ELP, so they're listening to him. They're chanting KENTA. KENTA's like, just like, what the fuck are you doing? I love it. I love KENTA. KENTA climbs back, climbs over the barricade. Sorry. He climbs over the barricade on the other side, farther away. Okay, he's now polishing his belt real quick. Then looks at the bell, the timekeeper bell. He's not ringing it. He's just like, he's basically, to me, I'm thinking to myself, why don't you guys go ahead and just ring the damn bell? Because as long as you don't ring the fucking bell, he doesn't need to go back in. Again, where's the logic here? Get him in the fucking ring, ring the bell, then let him go out. Let him take the count out. What are you doing? It's not that fucking hard. And it kind of pisses me off. And I know it's little, but, that's how much I respect New Japan Pro Wrestling, because they freaking are as technical as it gets. I love this promotion. So if you want to get more official about it, get him in the ring. As soon as he gets in the ring, ring the damn bell. Ring the damn bell. If you know this guy is gonna fuck around, okay, cat and mouse style, okay, get him in the ring, and that's it. Make sure he gets back in. He's got 20 seconds to do it. Polish up his belt all he wants, okay? Mess around with the timekeeper all he wants, and then make his way back in the ring. And that's it. But this does set up. This could have been set up anyways. Either way, if KENTA was messing around the outside, a beautiful leap from ELP off the corner onto KENTA. Okay, from who's pretty much by the entrance area. This is impressive. ELP. ELP is incredible. Okay, any promotion would be lucky to have ELP. Okay, he just lands right on KENTA, then shuts the gate of the barricade, locks it up, and then starts stomping on KENTA. They're going on the outside. Now going towards the entrance, chops KENTA, calls for one more, then tries to send KENTA to the barricade reversed. ELP pumps the brakes and delivers a thrust kick, then a moonsault off the stands. Impressive. ELP is incredible. This is just such a risk taker, but he's awesome. He's magic. Sends KENTA into the barricade, then the barricade falls apart. This one piece of barricade just falls to pieces. Then steps on the arm of KENTA, takes KENTA even further, more strikes on the bleachers. The cheap sheet seats. Goes for CR2, but Kenta reverses with a back body drop. Excellent. Onto the bleachers. DDT on the bleachers. Not sure if the bell is rung, I'm thinking to myself. Okay. ELP busted open at this point, okay, due to a DDT. More strikes by Kenta as they slowly head toward the ring. Or so I thought. Kenta face first into the stored bleachers this time. Okay, so essentially like into a wall. ELP tries to climb this metal structure. Looked like they're by the entrance. Kenta stops him, and another DDT, this time on the floor. Kenta goes through the entrance, comes back with the kendo stick, strikes ELP. Where the fuck are the officials? Slams ELP is what I'm thinking. ELP into the corner post. Another strike by Kenta with the kendo. ELP grabs the stick at some point as Kenta is like looking for another weapon. He thinks ELP is down, but he's not. Gets the kendo, starts striking Kenta in the gut, then in the skull. Grabs the stick. ELP close fist. Just a close fist by ELP. One by Kenta. Then they go back and forth with open palm strikes. Kenta wins this exchange, right? Okay, no one's going to beat him, apparently. Now that Kelly mentioned it, yeah, I don't see anyone like that has beaten Kenta in these types of exchanges. Big super kick, though, by ELP. Okay, Kenta then placed on the table, little table on the beyond the barricade, and low blow, however, by Kenta, and then another DDT. Every time ELP tries to set something up, Kenta hits low, gets a DDT, basically. Kenta brings ELP back in the ring. Bell sounds. Okay. After all this, running kicks by Kenta. GTS block into a roll-up pin for the ELP. At this point, it was looking like, Kenta's going to get the pin, but the GTS was blocked. Roll-up. ELP gets the win. Kenta's pissed off. Strikes the hell out of ELP, who said it night 7. Kenta, you motherfucker, you're going to have to kill me. And sure enough, Kenta almost did kill ELP, but he didn't, so he lost. Okay? It's a little frustrating when after a count-out loss, okay, double count-out, okay, from that decision made by the officials, you couldn't get these guys in the ring, which you did for a second, to just ring the damn bell. And I don't care if, as soon as they got back in the ring, the match was over. Kenta, even if they were fighting that much on the outside, and then there was that roll-up, Kenta would have still been that more pissed off, okay? Because they just made it back into the ring, and they just started the match, okay? Now, I know, I get it. I mean, I get another thing that looks cool about it is, Kenta was trying to get to say to ELP perhaps, I beat you in like 30 seconds. And Kelly was like, saying, refs, I think you made a bad decision. Then ELP wins. I think you made a great decision. Either way, it's kind of cheesy. Either way, it's just, in truth, it's kind of messing things up. Okay? And it doesn't work well for both guys. Either guys. That's just my spiel. That's my rant. Okay? Overall, it's not crazy. Nothing to freak out about too much, but I got the time. Both now 2 and 3, 4 points. And on his way, ELP says it himself. I told you you're going to have to kill me. So he was right, and that was the story. And that was the story. Moving forward, 7th match. We've got 2 more matches. We're at the semifinals of this night, this card. A block, Sanada versus Narita. Okay, I was praying to God with all the crazy shit that's been going on tonight that Narita wasn't just going to like pull a victory out of the hat trick just because Sanada is 4-0. I was like, no, just don't fuck with him. Okay, they size-wise they are both very evenly matched. I mean, Sanada is definitely more jacked, more ripped, more muscle definition, but they are generally about the same size. Bell rings, they're very cautious, both of them. Narita takes legs, Sanada takes the arm. They continue with some chain wrestling. Headlock by Narita to the ropes, kicks Sanada, who goes outside. Narita throws Sanada to the barricade, who then throws Narita to the barricade, but kicks Sanada in the face, okay? Then the half Nelson suplex, knee break, and then a knee breaker. Drives Sanada down, gets the first pin attempt, okay? Indian Deathlock, a variation of it at least, applied by Narita. Narita's in control for most of this match, let me just say. Chops by Sanada, who eventually makes it to the ropes. Kick to the leg of Sanada and another. Kick by Sanada and another. Then a dodge from the corner into the back suplex. Drop kicks by Sanada and the plancha. Textbook Sanada. You know where this is going. He points to his ear. He gets the crowd hyped up. You know, it's very systematic, but it's very effective and it works. He throws Narita back in the ring for a pin attempt. He lifts Ren overhead, but Narita strikes to get on his feet. Then a heel kick, back elbow. Again, with the half Nelson suplex or half German, whatever the hell you want to call it. Charlton was calling it a Hafiachi. It's into a bridge. I mean, it's a half Nelson suplex. What do you want me to say? Then to the rear chin lock. Transitions into the Cobra Twist. Sanada able to counter, but Narita gets the knee bar drags Sanada away from the ropes. Sanada rolls through to get out and puts Narita on the ropes from the Dragon Corkscrew. Sanada getting his bearings back, but cannot lift Narita. Throws him to the corner. Misses him, but does not miss the drop kick. Then a TKO and a pin attempt by Sanada. Okay, moonsault lands on his feet, goes for a Frankensteiner, and by the way, like Sanada is like in this right now is torquing, like his knee is hurting him, so this type of like landing could have devastated him, at least story wise. Narita, holds on to Sanada, who's trying to hit that Frankensteiner. Sanada rolls through to kind of break away from Narita. He doesn't want to get put in another submission, but Narita right back on Sanada, applying the Boston Crab. Sanada has to just crawl, just crawling to get to the ropes. Okay, it's painful. Painful to watch. Narita tries for that half Nelson suplex again, but not this time. Strikes Sanada really hard. Hard uppercut by Sanada. Insecurity by Narita, but did not get Sanada all the way. Sanada does land kind of a shining wizard. Goes for dead fall, but Narita counters into a Cobra Twist. This match is going and going. At this point, you're like, it could have been over right there. But no, this is not going to be an easy match for Sanada at all. Okay? And Narita is a beast, and it's looking like Narita could pull the upset, but it's just not going to happen. So before Sanada could make it to the ropes, Narita hits the German, transitions from the Cobra Twist to the German suplex, pin attempt. Narita is getting frustrated because he knows he's doing everything he can. Northern Lights. Okay, Sanada with a pop-up, then with a pop-up, looked like a TKO, then a full, blown TKO. Sanada goes for the moonsault right on the knees, okay? Right onto the knees of Narita in the gut. Roll up by Narita. Rear naked chin lock. Sanada flips him over, okay? Insecurity by Sanada. Okay, a massive chop by Sanada. Goes for a front suplex, puts Sanada in the perfect position to counter for deadfall. Okay, and so Sanada hits deadfall. Okay, Sanada was definitely taking everything Narita had, and definitely was selling it, making it look good. Okay, Narita looked like $1 million tonight. Sanada's just the champ, and he's a beast, and he can take anything you give to him, and he'll turn it into a. As the commentators have said, there is just no wasted motion with this guy. There is no wasted motion with this guy. Okay. And Narita with that front suplex they had to have worked that together. Perfect. Okay. Position for deadfall. So Narita made the ultimate mistake. 5-0 is Sanada, cementing its place in the playoffs. Narita 0-3-2, 4 points. Okay. Narita is the future. This guy is a beast. He is a beast. He just needs to maybe get his own kind of image and identity. That's all it takes. We almost thought this was going to go to the draw, and Narita would become the king of the draws because this guy's already 2 draws in. And I wouldn't have been surprised if he would have gone 3-3. Okay, amazing match. Perhaps the second best match of the night. Just in-ring ability. No crazy antics, just wrestling. Okay, now for the main event. 8th match. B block, Kazuchika Okada versus Will Ospreay. Okay, everybody's waiting for this match. Fans are amped up. Okay, I'm amped up watching this match last night, middle of the night. Bell sounds, they lock up. Ospreay takes the arm. Okada rolls through, takes the leg. Ospreay back to the arm, front face headlock. They're back on their feet. Armbar, headlock, takedowns from both. Ospreay in control. But he's taken to the ropes for the break. Okay, a little bit of chain wrestling. Nothing crazy here. Okada, though, with this look on his face, he wants to strike. Ref's telling him, Okada, break. Okada goes for a chop. Goes for a strike, rather. Dodges. Ospreay ducks. Hits the chop. Then a boot. Sends Okada to the floor with the plancha. All of Ospreay's moves are incredibly aggressive. Okay? Immediately, you're seeing Ospreay as the better of the two on this night. On this night, Ospreay is the better of the two. Okay? And it's already starting to show. Runs the ropes. They're back in, but gets caught with the flapjack. So Ospreay is still outside the ring as he throws. He gets back in the ring after the punch. He hits the ropes. Okada right back in, hits the flapjack. Okay, that fallaway slam. Just lifts him up, brings him back. Simple, very effective. And then Okada, commentator said, Okada said it won't be a draw. Okay? Won't be a draw. I'm like, okay, won't be a draw. Let's see if it won't be a draw. If it's not a draw, then Ospreay's going to win. Okada takes him outside, drives Ospreay to the floor with that DDT. That's his best friend in the G1. Another DDT on the floor. Okada back in the ring. Red Shoes checks on Ospreay. So now Ospreay is the underdog at this point. After all that work done to his neck. Ospreay in the corner. Ospreay right back in at 8 seconds. Okay. Another DDT by Okada. Pin attempt. Forearm strike by Okada. Ospreay in the corner. Another forearm by Okada. Then Ospreay lands the forearms. Ospreay with that springboard kick and the boot to Okada in the corner. Springboard. Flying forearm. Okay, by Ospreay that would put tears to the eyes of Styles. Okay, bring a tear to Styles' eyes. Body slam. Okay, Ospreay on the top turnbuckle gets caught, and Okada with the attack. He's trying to go for that leap of faith. A corkscrew. Shooting star. Leap of faith. But Ospreay back to it with Falcon Arrow pin attempt. Okay, Ospreay goes for the powerbomb, blocked. So he kicks out Okada and a chop. Okada through. Though, gets the trap breaker, that trapezius breaker. I love that move by Okada. You have to see it. Both are down. They rise up to forearm exchanges. A boot by Okada really pisses Ospreay off. Ozcutter blocked into a lariat, though. Ozcutter countered with a drop kick. Okada goes for a Rainmaker, countered into a pop-up powerbomb by Ospreay. 10 minutes remaining now, already halfway through. Both on the top corner at the next point. Ospreay thrown off, but kicks Okada and then delivers a neck breaker onto the ring apron. Looks sick, beautiful. They're both on the floor, laid out. Red Shoe starts to count. Ospreay in first. Okada doesn't get in until right at 19 seconds. Right into the drop kick of Ospreay who was coming from the top rope. Okay, Okada back up, tries to, and he hits the Rainmaker. Okay, but somehow. A counter is placed. And by the way, this match is getting crazy at this point. Okay, now I'm having trouble keeping up. I'm trying to go back and watch. See what the hell is happening because everything is happening very, very fast. At some point, though, Ospreay counters, hits the Ozcutter, pin attempt. Leap of faith, again gone for, missed. Then it right into the money clip, goes Okada in the center of the ring. Okada trips Ospreay, then puts the clip back on. He is on the attack. Okada, let's go, hits the lariat, gets the money clip back in. I mean, would have been, at this point, Ospreay is selling this like he could pass out. 5 minutes left. Okada pushed to the corner, okay? Breaks the money clip. Ospreay placed on top. A drop kick to Ospreay. They are out of the ring, okay? But right back in the ring. And this is where things kind of switch to Ospreay's favor. Ospreay hits that Spanish fly in a pin attempt. I almost feel like after the drop kick to Ospreay, maybe Okada should have stayed on Ospreay. Okay, because he just runs right into a Spanish fly. Okay, right into it. Okay, so I kind of feel like Okada's better than that. He's more of a veteran than that. And at this point, he just does not get a chance to come back. Okay, Ospreay hits Hidden Blade, sit down pin attempt by Okada. Drop kick and a landslide by Okada. goes for Rainmaker. Okay, counter ripcord by Ospreay. Okay, so all that Okada gets is, a pin attempt and that landslide. Okay, that's it. He got the landslide, and the commentators are hyping it up like it's great. No, that's not his. That's not his signature move. It's not Rainmaker. It's not Money Clip. It's something else. Okay, it's a secondary move. So it's not doing anything. Okay, Ospreay with the ripcord. Okay, I'm like, all right, keep this going. But at 3 minutes left, okay, he's already hit the hidden blade. He hits this ripcord. He gets the Stormbreaker in. I'm like, oh shit, it's over. 1, 2, 3, boom. They're both now 4-1, 8 points. Okay, that's it. Great match. There obviously I would have liked. You can't do much more in 20 minutes. I would have liked to have seen. I would have liked to have seen. I have to see this match in the playoffs again. I have to see this match where his time is extended. That's what's going to need to happen. Umino. One of the times got me thinking about the finish. The first match, the finish between Chase Owens and Umino, I can't stress this enough. Got me thinking about finishes. The combinations of strikes and the knee and the package pile driver countered into the death driver for the win. Umino, that was a great exchange between the two for a great finish. Okay, for the first match. This match had some good combination and exchanges, and it was intense. Just wanted to see it go a little bit further. What can I say? I wanted it to be a draw. I believed it could be a draw. It made more sense. It made sense for it to be a draw. Okada, Ospreay could have won in the playoffs. Keep the time limit. Maybe you didn't have to be saying all this shit about you not being able to win in 20 minutes. Maybe say it after the fact that you. Or maybe just say it, and Okada's talking about it's not going to be a draw, it's not going to be a draw. And then it goes to a draw. And both of you are fucking furious. Because Ospreay, you knew you couldn't do it, and you weren't able to do it. But it's okay, because you're going to beat this dude. Okada is furious. And you get even a darker side of Okada. Like, screw this guy, I'm going to beat the shit out of him. I'm going to beat the shit out of him in 20 minutes. And Okada, the match would have been set. Okada's going to be pissed now. I mean, if they make it to the playoffs, they actually have a match in the playoffs, Okada's going to be furious. What are you going to do? What's going to happen? Is Ospreay going to win twice? Or is Okada going to get his victory back? Okay. So that they're now, they got one on each other. Okay. And Okada can move on to win the G1 Climax for the third time in a row. Is that what's going to happen? Because that's what you said. That's kind of what you're setting up. Now, if you had booked it a little bit differently, I would have been more invested, even more invested between these two. Send it to a draw. Put these two in the playoffs. Have a banger, 30-minute, super, just banger of a match. Because I hope that, I know the playoffs are no 20-minute time limits. Get the fuck out of here with that. It's not happening. I'm totally good with the blocks. The block matches being 20 minutes. I expect that. I appreciate that. But no. So, both of them now 4-1. Both of them have 8 points. Ospreay gets on the mic, calls out to Okada, says thank you very much in Japanese. Usually he says things a little bit vaguely, kind of a little bit cryptically. Usually big singles match called my United Empire tonight. My boys. He starts naming off his boys. Gabe Kidd. Not Gabe Kidd. Jeff Cobb. Great O'Con. Right. But you guys are my second. Tonight you were my second. You guys were the ones that were keeping me lifted, not United Empire, and that's fine. He's like, oh, I love the G1 season. G1 means the best of the best. And we are in a new era of New Japan Pro. And he starts freaking, is he going to start a feud with these guys? Because he was taking shots. He goes, everyone's relying on the new Three Musketeers because they can't live up to the legends. They can't live up to the legends. No, he's they're relying on the new Three Musketeers, and they don't want this kind of pressure. They don't want this kind of responsibility because they can't live up to their legends. Okay, he's talking about Tsuji, he's talking about Narita, and he's talking about Umino. You don't need Three Musketeers, he says. You need one assassin. I will win the G1 Climax because I am Will Ospreay and I am on another level. It's a little petty, okay, to be calling out these three guys already. Tsuji does not have a record that to be looking out for him in the playoffs, okay? Narita, same thing. What, are you going to kick them while they're down? And then Umino. Okay, maybe he's trying to set up a match. He's trying to set up, like, what would be great if he's trying to set up a match for Umino, because Umino is the only one that's going to make it, that could possibly make it to the playoffs. Okay, and if he does, I want to see that match. I want to see him shut Ospreay up, at least to the point where it's like, hey man, you took me to my limits and I won, but I don't see Umino beating Ospreay in the playoffs, but I want to see Ospreay be like, shut the fuck up a little bit and be like, hey, don't tell me like you're like that much leagues and bounds from these guys. They're the Three Musketeers for a reason, because they are some of the best talent, pure talent, green guys to come in. Okay, you think they just started last night? Give them a few more years. They're gonna be on another level. Don't you worry. Okay, especially Shota Umino. Narita is great. I mean, he's on that level with like Shibata. He's gonna be at that Shibata level. But Umino looks like he's gonna get to that Tanahashi level, that Okada level, not the Okada level. I mean, he's Tanahashi in the making. Okay, he's Omega in the making. All right, so get ready. The guy's a beast. But he says, he says he'll win. I'm Ospreay. I'm on a level, and that's great. Okay, I appreciate that. Gets to the back. He's got a box of Krispy Kreme. Gotta appreciate that. Love some Krispy Kreme. He said to Jeff after I beat Okada, I'm gonna eat a box of donuts. He's like, I fucking love these donuts. I'm like, yes. I'm not trying to, mimic him or anything, but like it's great. I do love some Krispy Kreme donuts, and if I was him, after the shit he's been through this whole month with Omega and Okada now, he has every right to eat as many fucking donuts as he wants on that given night. Okay, he talks about the fans just being on his side. He said kind of the same thing he said in the ring in the back. He talks about the fans being his second. Then he goes to Okada, talks about Okada and how he stabbed him in the back when he left Chaos to start the United Empire, and how maybe how proud he was of being in the ring with Okada, and how much respect he has for him, and how much of an honor it was to be in the ring with him tonight and to finally win. Kind of, he's like, I'm kind of being a little reflective, a little reflective, just kind of thinking back. Maybe it wasn't the better decision to stab him in the back. Maybe just to tell him, hey, I needed to go on my own, rather than stab him in the back. It's like, I'm not saying I regret anything. I'm not saying that, but and he's saying it's going to be probably, him and I are probably never going to be friends like we were, but it's nice, he said it was an honor. So that's kind of what he was getting at. He's trying to go a little more face. And by the way, on his way out, he does say, call the commentators, always a pleasure, always a pleasure. He's definitely showing signs of being a face. Get a quick drink of water. Okay, so then he gets back on the Three Musketeers and talks about Sanada. Now he's talking shit to Sanada because he wants that title. I mean, if he wins G1, he's going to Wrestle Kingdom. He's going to face Sanada. He's going to take the title. I mean, perhaps. I don't know. Maybe he won't. Maybe not yet. These guys, I mean, it's slow burn time. So, but he's clearly going after Sanada. He's going after this kind of new wave of wrestlers that, just kind of have made their way to on the screen. Sanada obviously is the number one guy. He's like, you've never beaten me, Sanada, right? He calls out to the Three Musketeers. None of you all have beaten me. So, if you face me, I'm gonna whip you guys up. I'm gonna beat you guys. Okay, I'm the best. I'm the best in the world. So I'm gonna go ahead and beat you. I mean, he's basically saying he's calling him out. He's calling him out. A little bit of bitterness in there, but that's a good thing. If that's what he's to kind of show, is that you got these three new guys. I mean, they're not the Shield. Okay, they're not Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns being like, yeah, these are the guys. I mean, they're greener. They're good. And hell, like, you gonna tell me that you tell me you can't see what we see in these guys? Come on, especially Narita and Umino already. Now Tsuji has got the build and all the skill, the athletic ability to be to be the Roman Reigns of New Japan. Okay, let's get serious here. But what's going to happen? I mean, who knows where he goes? What really becomes of him and his evolution? Okay, Umino and Narita's evolution is pretty clear what they're gonna kind of turn into. Okay, Tsuji's is a little more mysterious. So just like freaking Reigns. Reigns was the quiet one. He was the Reigns was the kind of the big man in the back, kind of like, you know, kind of like the enforcer, just kind of like he was the Colossus, he was Thing. He was the big guy on the team, okay? And, you know, freaking Dean Ambrose, you know, Jon Moxley, he was like Wolverine, you know, Gambit. Even though he was definitely like the spokesperson, he was the guy that spoke the most at the time. But Seth Rollins, the Cyclops, he's the architect, and he had the best technical ring ability. Okay, the fastest. Dean Ambrose, the super brawler. Nobody's going to touch him on that. Okay, it was already clear. But Reigns, I mean, you didn't know what the hell was going to happen to this guy, and what he was going to become. He became something else. He's the tribal fucking chief. Okay, he's the goat. He's God mode. You know, he's the beast. He's the final boss. And that's not easy to evolve from the heavy, okay, from the heavy, you know, the big guy, to the final fucking boss. All right, because the big guy isn't always going to be the final boss. Okay. On that note, we're done with the review. Okay, let's get into predictions. All right, this is great, loving it. Can't wait. Just can't wait for can't wait to see night 11. Let's talk night 11, and let's look at the matches some more clearly. So some more as we get into this. I want to pull up Nare. Let's see. Let's look at the next night. So this next night will be Sunday, July 30th, okay? So for us, it will be Monday. It will be 12 a.m. Pacific time, California. It'll be 3 a.m. already in the East Coast. It will already be Sunday, you know, July 30th, but it will be 3 a.m. here. So we won't watch it until the next day, or at least until later that day, until the day of July 30th. By then it'll already have passed. Okay, in the rising sun. It's going to be in the Aichi Prefectural Gymnasium, the Dolphins-arium. Says Jeff Cobb. Let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this lineup. I want to look at Hanare. Okay, so I want to look at the stats here, the records so far. Ren Narita versus Chase. Oh, sorry. Yes. Well, it doesn't even matter which way or where I start because we don't really know exactly where it's going to go. Well, let's see. Let's see if they do have it set up. They have it lined up. Yeah. Okay, good. Hanare versus David Finlay. Okay. David Finlay is going to, like I said, he's coming off a loss. But Hanare's hungry. If Hanare wins, I'm not going to be like shocked. The guy could totally has the skills to beat the shit out of Finlay. He's a beast. I just don't see it happening right now. Finlay already took a loss. I think he's going to bounce back, you know, with a win, better than ever. But nothing to take away from Hanare. And if Hanare wins, he wins. Shit. We'll be surprised. So I like that. It's good to be surprised. Let's look at the next match. Toru Yano versus Jeff Cobb. Jeff Cobb's going to crush him. If he doesn't, it's going to be the surprise of all surprises, and it's not going to take much away from Jeff Cobb, but Toru Yano, just don't see it happening. So upset of all upsets right there. Mikey Nichols versus Eddie Kingston. Both of them. Okay, this is one of the things that I have to look at. Nichols 1-3. Kingston's what? 2-2. So Nichols could win. It would then put Kingston in a losing streak, but so that it would tie up in Kingston and Nichols. So, and both of them are hard hitting, so it could go either way. I'm gonna go with Eddie Kingston just because he has. If anyone's gonna make it to the playoffs in the C block, that's kind of a wild card. It could be Eddie Kingston. I would be very surprised. I'm not expecting anybody to go to any wild cards to go to just yet. I'm not like banking on it, but you know, Kingston is one of them. Kingston, Evil, these are two guys that I'm kind of like thinking wild cards they're going in, but really I'm already on Tanga and Finlay going in. I'm already kind of thinking they're both going in. So that being said, I wouldn't be surprised if Kingston loses. Okay, because I don't think Kingston's gonna get up there to get the win. There's a lot to say. If Finley does not make it to the playoffs, that could be the case because Finley is saying, he's got so much courage, so much going for him right now, so much confidence that he is the man. Okay, if he loses, if he gets taken out of if he does not make it to the playoffs, he's going to be furious. Okay, he's going to be that much more charged to get for next year. So that's great. He's not going to Wrestle. I don't think he's the main event. I'm not saying he's the Wrestle Kingdom. I said it once, and I'll say it again. He is going to be the IWGP champion if he keeps this up the way he's going. I just don't think it's going to happen this Wrestle Kingdom or maybe this year. I don't think he's going to win G1 this year. So I would be very surprised and pleased, to be honest. But I don't think it's going to happen. So Kingston could be a possible entry into the playoffs just because of his star power, just because it gets eyes from AEW to look, oh, Eddie Kingston's the fucking playoffs of the G1 Climax? What the fuck is the G1 Climax? Let's watch it. And it's Eddie Kingston. I love that guy. I'm over here like giggling like a schoolboy. Yeah. I'm going to just go with my gut right now. I'm going to see Eddie Kingston lose. Okay? Eddie Kingston's going to lose. Sorry, Eddie Kingston. Love you. Tetsuya Naito versus Alex Coughlin. I'm going with Naito. He's already given 2 nods to the Young Bucks. Don't give me another. Okay? So don't do that to my boy. Coughlin, he's great. He's a beast, but this is not his G1. So what do you want me to say? How many losses has he lost? Has he won 1 at least? I think he's won 1. Let me look at this. Coughlin. He's 1-3. So, give him, not this one. Maybe let him win another one later. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I don't know if he's ready for Naito. Ishii, Evil. I was going with Ishii. So if Evil wins, great. That's kind of who I'm kind of rooting for. Zack Sabre Jr. versus Shane Haste. Go with Zack Sabre. Unless Shane Haste pulls out another one, after his match with Naito and just gets even that much more serious. That's great. That'd be great. I see Zack Sabre going to the playoffs. I said it once. I'll say it again. I was like, he is going to the playoffs. I think I said finals just by mistake, but I meant playoffs at one point. Tried to clear that up, but Sabre is going to the playoffs is what I'm predicting. Tama Tonga, Shingo Takagi, go with Tanga. I'm kind of like invested in Tonga at this point. Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Hiroki Goto. This match could go either way. I think I just said let's go with Hiroki Goto. Both of them are great. Both of them could use a win. If they lose, nothing is taken away from these two guys. So, and then I was kind of also thinking that Tanahashi's kind of back on the rise to get like his wins to kind of have like a respectable win-loss record, and Hiroku's kind of still struggling with that gut. So I'm gonna go with Tanahashi. But I'd like to see Hiroki Goto get like some more. And he is the tag champ right now. He is one half of the tag team champs, the IWGP champs. So nothing's being taken away from him. Okay. And now let's talk the next block because I want to get all my predictions in before anything happens. Okay. I'm going to talk night 12. Let's talk night 12 and let's get into it. Let's see what we got here. Night 12. We've got, if it's even set up yet. Yep, it is. August 1st. It's going to be in Takamatsu City General Gymnasium. Kagawa. Yes, Kagawa. Let's see. All right. Kaito Kiyomiya. Let's see what's going on with these guys. Hiroki Goto. All right, let's go back to it because these are the guys who just competed tonight. First match, Hikuleo versus Kaito Kiyomiya. Going with Kaito Kiyomiya. Okay. Kaito Kiyomiya is on my mark, on my radar. Okay. Kaito Kiyomiya is 2-1-2. He's got 6 points. All he needs is 2 more wins. He's in. If he gets his next 2 wins, he's in. That's it. So I'm going for it. I'm going for him. A block. YOSHI-HASHI, Great Okan. both of them are like on the down. So maybe I'd go with YOSHI-HASHI because Great-O-Khan is just like in a depression. If he wins, maybe then it's like he's getting some redemption. But I think Great-O-Khan's like in a depression that he has to bounce back of outside of the G1 Climax. Narita versus Chase Owens. Going with Chase Owens, the veteran, the real veteran here, okay? And Chase Owens this guy has been putting on just match after match after match with ring psychology, impressive like decisions in the ring. He's 2-3. Let's make him 3-3. The guy is good stuff, okay? This guy deserves to be treated as such, okay? Taichi versus ELP. Okay, this is a great matchup here, okay? Both of them are just looking to make their way into like the wild card spot, okay? And Taichi is now, let's see, Taichi 3-2. He's got that winning. He's got the the winning record right now. ELP's on 2-3, but he's on a streak, okay? I'm going with ELP, and I wouldn't be surprised if Taichi wins. Taichi, he's got his roll back. He got his win, big win against YOSHI-HASHI. So he got out of his funk. If he wins, after that loss to KENTA, that motherfucker KENTA, love him. But after Taichi lost to KENTA, it was like, oh shit, is Taichi going down? No, he bounced right back with YOSHI-HASHI. Now it's ELP. Let's tie up their records and be 6 points per guy. That's what I think is going to happen. And ELP is, nothing wrong with losing to ELP. Okay. Both will be 3-3. Both will have 6 points by this point. Sanada, Gabe Kidd. The fuck you, man. This is going to be gnarly. The guy, Gabe Kidd, was talking shit about Wrestling Noah like he was the savior of New Japan. Like he was a spokesman for New Japan Pro Wrestling. Now he's going up against a real freaking spokesperson for the front man for poster child for New Japan Pro Wrestling at this point. So Gabe Kidd. He is so aggressive. I would hate to. I almost don't want to see it because Sanada is so like impressive. He's just kind of like your champion, the guy you want to see on top at this point. And this is not the type of person that you want to see just kind of disrespect your champion in Gabe Kidd. So I would not. I'm going to see what I'm looking for is Gabe Kidd being extremely offensive, cursing like crazy. If he spits at Sanada, oh my god, some serious like heat, like crowd reaction heat and some serious just, shock value right there with these two. But I think Sanada's going to win. I think he's going to beat the shit out of Gabe Kidd in the end. He's going to kind of like put the moves in and just kind of, he's going to win. Sanada's going to be 6-0. So Tanga versus Will Ospreay. Man, this is a close one because Will Ospreay is on a roll. Okay. Tanga Loa is 2-3, could go for a win. He's on fire. He's on fire too right now. He had a big match against Great-O-Khan and he won. I don't see anyone else in the B block going into the playoffs other than Will Ospreay and Kazuchika Okada. So I think Ospreay's going to get the win, but that it's not like he needs the win at this point. Obviously, yeah, it puts him in a dangerous position if he loses because he's 8 points, but he's 8 points in. Okay, he's going to win one more. So I don't know if he's going to lose to Loa or if he's going to lose to the next guy. Let me see who he's facing next. So night 14, the finals of each block, they all get their own solo experience, which I love because then I'm just going to focus on these 4 matches at night. It's going to be great. I can't wait. But the B block, okay, it's going to be Ospreay versus El Phantasmo. That's an incredible match. Ospreay's going to need the win if that was the last match. If Loa wins, then Ospreay will have to beat ELP, who is not an easy freaking win. And these two together is going to be money. That match is going to be money. So I'm going with Loa. Loa's going to win. Okay, he's going to get that 3-3 victory. He's just, Ospreay's going to maybe feel the effects of the Okada match, his match with Kazuchika Okada. and he is going to lose to Tanga Loa is my prediction. Now, because what's the other option? He wins, and then now he's like pretty much he's almost guaranteed, unless someone else is like. I mean, I know Okada. We're gonna talk. Let's talk Okada. Okada is going to win his match. We haven't even gotten to him yet, but we'll talk. We'll keep going. Shota Umino versus Yota Tsuji. Shota Umino versus Yota Tsuji. I'm going with probably gonna go with Tsuji on this one because Umino. I mean, Umino is definitely. Umino's another one that's like a wild card. Him and Kaito Kiyomiya are like the two guys that could make it that are like, set to kind of get into the A block. Okay. As far as the B block goes, it's pretty obvious it's going to be Ospreay and Okada. Sanada too is solidified. But Shota Umino, Kaito Kiyomiya. Okay. Let's look at Tsuji, obviously 1 and 3. Umino, 2 and 1. So he kind of needs the two victories. Kind of needs the 2 victories. Because Sanada's going to probably go 6 and he's going to go. I don't think he's going to go 5 and 2. I think he's going to go 6 and 1 at least 6 and 1. Okay, putting him at 12 points. Okay, meaning the best the guy who makes it has to get 10 points. Okay, or 9. So is it going to go to a draw? That would make sense too. And these two are evenly matched. These 3 Musketeers in terms of, especially in terms of experience. Yoda's going to be the strong guy. Shota's going to be the technician, the high flyer, the guy with the more athletic ability. So it could go either way. I'm going to go with Shota Umino. Let me see what's going on with the finals in the A block, because that's going to be important too. Shota Umino versus Hikuleo. Whoa. So, and then let's look at Kaito Kiyomiya versus Narita. Again, another like barn burner. So up in the air right now. It's hard to figure this out. But it's going to be between Kaito and Shota as far as who's going to get into the wild cards. Those are my guys. Those are all our guys. Sanada's already in. So who's gonna go? It's gonna be Kaito or Shota. Let's see it. And then the last match, okay, of the night, we got Kazuchika Okada versus KENTA. Okay. Yeah, I don't think Okada's gonna lose this match. I can't wait to see these two in the ring. Kenta's a crazy bastard. I love him. I don't think he's gonna beat Okada. Kenta is now 2 and 3. Could go, 2 and 4. That's not a good record for him. He could then just win the last one. But Okada, he's coming off that loss. He needs a win, at least one win if he's going to make it into the playoffs. He's not going to make it to the playoffs. This is like the reigning defender champion of the G1 Climax 2-time. He's going to the playoffs. Let's get the fuck out of here. So Okada absolutely needs one win, and he needs at least a draw. Okay, he needs one win or a draw. So because the winner of this is going to the top 2 guys in the A block are Okada and Ospreay. They need at least they have the 8 points, so they need a draw or they need a win to solidify their place in the playoffs. Okay, and that is it. That is my predictions. These are my thoughts, my comments on the G1 Climax, guys. It's been incredible. Great night. I told you there were a couple things that I wanted to criticize. I will be back on. I'll try to get some shorts in. Let's talk about. I want to maybe cover 1. How did I get into New Japan Pro Wrestling? 2. I want to talk about who I think right now is currently the best professional wrestler in the world, as far as overall pound for pound in-ring ability and superstar status over with the fans. I'm not talking. I mean, obviously Roman Reigns right now is is the GOAT. Okay, he's doing more for this business right now than anybody else in terms of popularity and just his presence and what he's like. Let's not talk about that for a second. Like, I get it. Trust me, I'm a huge fan of Roman Reigns. I do not watch Roman Reigns. When he gets in the ring, I'm watching this guy. All eyes on Roman. So, and we'll talk about some other guys. And maybe talk about people that, guys that are making it. Maybe guys that are making a difference. They're turning the, they're turning the bar. They're raising the bar, turning the knot. I don't know what the expression is. I don't know. My mind is drawing blank. Talk about wrestlers, though, that are making a huge impact in today's wrestling. Okay. And then I wanted to talk about something else. We'll get maybe in one more idea or comment on something else. But if it gets back to me, I'll write it down. But those are two major topics to get into. So those are maybe two things to cover. On that note, guys, I'm going to let you go. It's probably this has been my longest podcast I've ever done. And I'm very proud of it. Very proud with the work I've done. Please hit the like button. Please add some comments in there if you like. Please subscribe. Okay, let's get some views in there. Go let your friends know what's going on with me. I did catch a couple of different podcasters covering the New Japan Pro Wrestling stuff, content, and G1 Climax, and they looked really great. Some great guys. But even one of them said that I'm not just going to call out names right now because I just saw it. But he was saying that not a lot of podcasters cover this, and I knew that. That's why I was trying to cover this. And he did look like he was putting on a really good show. So I will definitely I need to go back and find his channel because I just found it. And I'm happy to see that some people are putting in some effort to cover this promotion for real, and really focusing on New Japan like they should be. Okay. Guys, it's been a blessing. You guys take care. Enjoy your weekend. Okay. This is hot ass summer weekend. And I'll get back to you soon. You have a great one. Bye.